Hello.
Wait, Violet's here.
Hello?
We can start.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Are you on your phone?
Yep. I'm leaving. I'm on my way.
Okay.
Where are you? Okay.
Okay.
What a mysterious message.
She did say start the PowerPoint without her. Wait.
Oh yeah, that's
You said the PowerPoint's gonna take like 30 minutes, right?
probably about.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Because I am gonna get a bowl of cereal and I'm gonna eat cereal. Watch the PowerPoint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go get your food.
Okay.
I'll handle it. Do you want me to share it on Discord?
Yes.
That way?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get it on a separate window so I don't do something silly like I tend to do. Hey chat, how are you? Are you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah, talk to chat while I go get my cereal Uriel.
Okay, if you say Silent Hill is in a different dimension, I'm going to be upset. What do you mean? Who's there?
Is me?
Violet,
Are you
why
also
leaving
out?
and then coming back? You said pick one.
Pick one?
Pick one. What?
You sound like dog shit. It's like impossible to hear you. Just get home. Just get home.
Yes. I can't disconnect you from the call. I can only remove you from the group. She probably wants to hear the PowerPoint when it's ready. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a bowl of cereal.
Okay. Chat, what's up? What do you mean you be upset if Silent Hill's in a different dimension? What is that? What do you mean by that? Like, it's not exactly. We're gonna talk about like what's up with that, but technically it kind of like parts of it are, but not like the town itself, if that's what you're worried about, because it's not. But parts of it kind of are a little bit. We'll get into it. I've done my research. Just a common misconception. Oh, we'll be talking about a lot of common misconceptions. Don't you worry. So, actually, I'll wait till Piku comes back to talk about this, but we will get into it. Sorry, Will Yokeltry. Just the caption being 1984 with the message being the Toontown Council has rejected his character name because Glorga Light Chucklebottom was conceived as inappropriate. So that's delightful. I should find Piku another GIF to go live with. Silent Hill. Because God, they're kind of dog shit. Hello. Hi. Do you need a GIF?
Yes, I am updating my stream information real quick.
Alright, here you go. Because definitely don't go through those GIFs. It's like it's a hell zone and full of spoilers.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why I asked for one.
I have a question. Why is it called Silent Hill if it's not if it's not silent? It's like I don't know if there's like a definitive answer on that. From what I understand, it likely comes from it was like a translation from a Native American name, as like places in America tend to be. That's maybe even 1985. I see.
I'm getting a stream together link.
Oh yes, we could do that too, couldn't we? Join session.
Echo, can you turn that into a still PNG for me, actually?
The bread?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just take a screenshot of this, and then I just post my screenshot in, and there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Guess what cereal I have?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Nope.
Honey Nut Cheerio.
Nope.
Fruit Loop.
Nope.
Fruity Pebble.
Farm.
Nope.
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Nope.
Apple Jacks.
Nope. You suck at this.
I don't. Fuck. Give me a second. Fuck. Oreo O's.
Nope.
Reese's Puffs.
Nope.
Captain Crunch.
Mm?
Oops All Berries.
Ah.
Ah! It's bread. Oh, I gotta post a new message in chat.
You have your PowerPoint up yet?
Yeah.
Ah, you do. Hold on.
Yeah, I told
Let
you.
me pop this out, full screen.
It's bread.
Will there be anything in the bottom right corners that our Fukies will cover?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I will say I didn't plan for that, but I think it'll be fine. Honestly.
So I could probably just like do this. Just freaking do it on like a window thingy.
Do you want to play your Silent Hill playlist too while we do this?
Girl, what do you think I'm already doing?
Yeah, but I can't hear it. Smiles.
Oh, true.
Smiles at you through my tears. Fuck yes, Silent Hill 3. Yep. You guys are about to
There
see
we go.
peak.
Oh my god, we're huge.
Oh my god, we're big and round.
Okay, I messed with some stuff. So that on the retro scenes, there's no longer the chat window. It's just the chat. The chat messages appear, and the taskbar isn't on there anymore. I want to see how I feel about all that.
Okay. And neither
my
of you in
God.
uniform, SMH.
I'm in cereal. I spent 9 years collecting cereals.
You sound like
can't
dog
fucking hear
shit.
you. You're inaudible.
You
We
fucking,
can't hear
you're
you. We can't hear anything
inconceivable.
that you're saying, Violet Bear. We can't hear you.
Still can't understand. I'm gonna. That's what you sound like.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, now talk
I
about
felt what
names.
Violet said in my soul.
Hide our icons. Hide our icons. Hide our icons.
Hold on.
Hide our icons.
Hold
Get your
on.
uniform.
Shut up.
Share your music.
Shut up. Shut up.
Wait, I can't fucking listen to it. Fuck.
You can't lie.
I guess in fucking group chats, you can only... Wait. No, this can't be right. No, this can't be right. Hold on. Hold the fuck on.
Cool bookmarks.
Yeah? Do you like my bookmarks? Man, whatever.
What?
I can't figure it out. I don't want to waste time on it. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like my bookmarks. All right, everybody get started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Hi, I'm Echo.
Echo. Violet, don't fucking unmute. We can't understand anything you're saying. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you say a word until you're on your computer. Okay?
Hang on 1 second.
You got a bot.
Oh god, I forgot I had transitions and stuff into this. Okay, anyway, hi everybody. I'm not gonna be able to see chat during this, because I'm on my laptop. So I thought it'd be fun if I showed you guys a PowerPoint presentation I made. I made this for my birthday in like 2000 and 2021, I think. Because I was
When you said
gonna play
2000
Silent.
and I was scared there was gonna be like
I
a
almost did.
single
I almost said
digit after that.
2001. I don't know why. But yeah, I was starting with 3 for my friends, and they had no context for the rest of the series, so I made this PowerPoint to kind of like ease them into it. So if you are joining us for Silent Hill 3 and it's like your first in the series, this is actually a good starting point to be here today. So yeah, I also have edited this down tremendously from what was it because I went over the whole series. And obviously, I made this so it's kind of spoiler free from 2 Beyond, basically. So yeah, we're gonna do Silent Hill in a nutshell, and it's relevant, I promise.
Ah.
All right, so content warnings. There's like minor spoilers for all the games and movies, but not so much now. I did edit it kind of bit. There's full spoilers for the first game. I'm gonna be ranting about the HD collection, and then there's like body horror bugs, involuntary pregnancy, and body horror. Possession, parasites, and body horror related to that, death of parents, partners, bad people and children, child abuse, and unnerving music, which we won't be listening to in this specifically, but you know, in general. So here is a little behind the game.
Silent Hill 1 came out in 2003? That's true.
Did it? No, it did not. It came out in 1999.
Ah.
So what is Silent Hill the game? Silent Hill is a horror series that started in 1999 for the PS1. Its main focus on psychological horror based on trauma, mental illness, and guilt. It's PTSD, the series, essentially. Combat usually is purposely bad to feel like a fight for your life. It has tank controls. For the most part, that has changed so more recently in the newer games. For reasons. Some of it's successful and some of it is not, in my opinion. There's puzzles that may vary heavily on its difficulty depending on what you pick for it, and we saw that a little bit in the last game. This one is even crazier, Silent Hill 3, so it'll be interesting to see what we do with that. But I might there's a specific puzzle we'll probably see tonight that I will be talking about in terms of that.
Okay.
And it was heavily inspired by many, many different American movies. A lot of the camera angles and the character names are directly based on that. But obviously, we've talked about, like, Silent Hill 2 is just Jacob Ladder. Silent Hill 1 has Kindergarten Cop School. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of American influence, which is part of why it's set in America. And the games are recorded in English only, and then the characters are often modeled after their VAs. That, I think, is also different now for the Silent Hill F that just came out. I will say I haven't played F yet, so don't say anything about it for obvious reasons, but I just don't know if that's completely accurate anymore. When I made this presentation, the last Silent Hill game we had was PT. So, like, I had to change this a lot. And I'm still a little behind in the newer stuff, but what I included here was, like, the different covers that for the different region games, but I don't have the newest ones, obviously. And I'm not sure they even change very much nowadays. I feel like a lot of times region covers are about the same.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting to see how they're presented differently per region. And you can also see that Homecoming never came to Japan. And boy, when we get to Homecoming, that'll be funny. That'll be fucking funny and horrible. Okay, who made Silent Hill? Konami wanted a competitor to Resident Evil and tasked, quote-unquote, underperforming staff members to make a little ripoff of it. But I will say, just because Konami says this doesn't mean it's true. Because I don't trust Konami, and you guys shouldn't either. Even if they're turning things around, I still just don't trust him. Or them, rather. Him being
I don't
Konami,
trust
the
John
entity.
Konami.
I don't trust John Konami, Tanaka Konami. So the team became Team Silent, and they were extremely passionate about the project because instead of making a ripoff, they wanted
Okay,
to
I'm
make
here
their
for
own.
real.
Okay,
No,
hi.
you wait! Fix your mic! What's
Oh
wrong
my
with you?
God.
Echo's performing right now! You're talking like you're a fucking bassoon! Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Okay, there, you're
Hi.
normal now. Put your Fugi on.
I'm working on it.
And why aren't you in uniform?
I literally just got home and I put my HD camera on for the funny.
Oh, you're so funny.
Thank you. I do my best.
Can I continue?
Yes,
Yes, please. Sorry. Go ahead.
you're the asshole.
So Team Team Silent made Silent Hill 1 through 3 and started dispersing before, during, and after 4, which you will start to see as we get into that game, honestly. And then after that, all the games have been outsourced. Although, again, I'm not sure for F. Violet, do you know that? Do you know if F was made in-house again?
I don't know 1000%. I think it was though, because it was mostly team. No, it's not fully in-house because I think they sold, at least got the writing out to Ryukishi.
Yeah, that's Ryukishi. Yeah, that's true. But I wasn't sure about the modeling stuff. PT was supposed to be like the full return to in-house, but obviously that did not happen.
I don't think the full modeling is something that's really been done. I think that was only done in 2 because Heather's VA doesn't look like her, if I remember correctly.
A little bit. They did go a little differently on it.
Okay.
Because of, I think, exactly what we're going to be talking about in terms of the HD collection shortly. But also they were going. Yes. What's
that?
That
is completely unrelated to anything.
Yeah.
Is Silent Hill Shattered Memories the Wii version, the preferred version over the PS2 version?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, I hope they make a fucking retro achievement set by the time we get to that game.
That would be so fucking awesome, especially if you can play it with the Wiimote, which I don't want to get into.
I have all of that set up. The only thing that we'd be missing is the achievement set.
Okay, well, hopefully they'll make it, but there's a reason why I feel like specifically you should play with the Wiimote, but I don't want to get into it right now.
Okay.
I kind of want you to just experience that when it happens. And Chad, if you say what it is, I'll fucking kill you.
We'll fucking kill you!
But yeah, so PT, was going to be the return to it, but that didn't happen. And when I wrote this PowerPoint presentation originally, I was screaming and crying and throwing up at the end of the slide. But thankfully, I don't have to do that anymore because Silent Hill's back and it's pretty strong now, which is really exciting. So, and then what about the music? Just because Silent Hill has its music is really important to it, I did want to include this too. Kiriaki Yamaoka was originally the only composer and sound designer for the series. It just, like I said, the music is so important that the fact that he had control over both the sounds and the music itself really helped incorporate it, and it is the big tone setter for the series. And then
Yamaoka, my goat.
He started adding vocals to Silent Hill 3, which we're going to hear tonight, and very exciting. And those were done by Mary Elizabeth McGill, who was Mary in the second game, who is an amazing singer, but a terrible voice actor, and we'll talk about that. He originally left after Shattered Memories, but he's back again too, which is again really exciting. I got to update this PowerPoint to say all that.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm glad to hear that he's back and working on stuff. I hope they have him for the what's it, Townfall?
Yeah, Townfall. I'm hoping too, because originally he was just supervising for the Silent Hill 2 remake, but apparently he is kind of back in house again. Not for everything.
He's back in F, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I love his music in the first 2 games.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we're getting to some of the best stuff too. I think Silent Hill 2 is my favorite soundtrack, but the vocal tracks for this fucking game, oh my god, they're incredible. So, and we're going to hear a lot of it tonight. So I'm very excited about that. So anyway, I want to rant about the HD collection. I need to there used to be a better transition into this in my original PowerPoint, but I couldn't do it nicely. So I'm just going to start screaming about the HD collection, why I hate it so bad. I'll make this quick. Why?
I remember this.
This is purely a money grab. It's made as cheaply as possible. And that's made really clear because it was only made for 2 and 3, which are the most popular ones of the series. If they really, in my humble opinion, if they really gave a shit about it, they would have done it for the first 4, but they didn't. Nobody on Team Silent got to work on it. Konami threw almost all of the original game file and assets out. So they had to build this from the ground up from an outside team, which no shade on the team. I really think it's Konami's fault. Although I will say the way that team acted in a lot of interviews does piss me off in a lot of ways. They
Ding.
Plumber!
Hi. Hi.
Echo's talking about the HD collection.
Oh, great time to show off. Sorry to interrupt. Go on.
I have some respect for the team that worked on it, but I don't have a ton. Because I do think they were dealt a bad hand, but also they were very dickish in their interviews, like very rude to the fan base. So, so in some cases, models, textures, and stuff are worse in the HD collection. I will be showing more examples of that, but there's just one directly on the left.
Yeah.
Colors lighting were changed to be closer to gray and brown and ruins most of the scenes. Screens are stretched and look terrible. The original cast was redubbed to avoid paying them royalties. Silent Hill 2 was able to keep it at its cost of $0, but Silent Hill 3 was not. The VAs are normally good actors, it's like a persona cast essentially, but their voice direction is bad and kills a lot of the game's mood. Because we talked about a lot, like something that makes Silent Hill is its stilted acting and how it's supposed to feel incredibly awkward. It's nothing like that anymore. Because what's up?
When you say redubbed, so did they get like new voices for them?
Yeah, like Troy Baker is James Sunderland.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So
yeah.
So like Silent Hill 2, Guy he was able to convince most of the cast to like kind of sign away the right to it, which now knowing more about Guy he at first that seemed very noble. Now I'm not so sure, honestly. So they got to keep their voices in, but for like on that note, for the Silent Hill 3 dubs, which the redub they didn't, get the permission from the old cast to reuse their voices again. You could hear their voices under the new dub because that's how bad it is.
Yep.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's really bad.
Also, they removed the fog, which is like one of the most important elements of the game, even though it was used for limitation, like hiding limitations. It's just they removed it because they didn't think it was necessary anymore. But it's like an important part of the game. Konami sucks and I hate them.
There's there's something I wanted. There's two things I want to say. One of them is related, and one of them is loosely related. I guess they're both loosely related. I think in that Twitter post, I think that icon is Kokichi Oma from Danganronpa V3.
I think it is.
Oh my god, it is. It super is.
Is what's standing out the most to me on the slide.
Yeah, that is Kokichi. I got it zoomed in.
It is.
And the other thing that I wanted to say is, with like the redubbing and the hearing the originals underneath it, I don't know if it's the same situation, but something that reminds me of that is in the PSP remake of the first Ape Escape game, titled Ape Escape on the Loose. That was like a full, like, they redid models, they redid pretty much everything for that game. And they did get new voice cast on there. I don't know if it was for the same, like, not paying royalties reasons. I don't know the reasoning for it. But there's one part in that game where they completely forgot to they left the original dub in one scene of that game.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
And like, I don't know if that's just like something that was updated later. Cause like, it's a PSP game, like you don't typically, like, I guess like maybe if they re-released it later. But the PlayStation Store version of Ape Escape on the Loose is the one that has that one scene that is not redubbed.
Oh wow!
Like it's not even like I was playing on an emulator and this happened. It was like I was playing it like on my PS Vita that I bought the game from the PlayStation Store.
Yikes, that's bad because like that could be a breach of contract. So yeah, obviously that's probably a mistake. But like
I don't know if it's a breach of contract because like they sold it and continued to sell it for years and years and years.
Oh, I guess they just didn't care enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's funny too. Like I don't want to get super into it because I don't want to waste too much time. But like, some of that is like a lot of these early voice acting contracts like are pretty weak in terms of
Yeah.
like maintaining rates and stuff. But it's also like I don't want to get super into this because I don't want to get super off topic.
Mhm.
Sometimes these like HD remasters and remakes and stuff, because some of the contracts are better at times, they do want to re-release it so they don't have to pay like those same contracts.
Mhm.
Like they'll make worse contracts nowadays in order to fuck over their voice actors and teams, like artist teams and stuff like that. So they're getting paid less over time. So this one's a little different, but yeah, part of it why it is a little harder with Silent Hill 3 is they are less modeled after their original voice actors. Like you look at 2's voice actors and they are just their characters,
Yeah.
and that's harder to get away from. Silent Hill 3 is a little different, and actually we can talk about that too. Is when we watch the making of documentary I have planned for it.
Yeah.
One thing with Heather too is they use a Japanese woman to model her after, but she's white, like in the game. So that's part of why she looks so different as well from her original like look. Am I good to continue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show more comparisons of like what the HD collection did to those fucking games. Like the
Yeah.
outrage is there for a reason.
Ugh.
Like
oh
it's
yeah,
bad.
it's bad.
Ew,
Like, This isn't like a minor thing.
It's gross.
No.
It's really
I
bad.
know, it's gross.
My nothing lake.
I know, right?
My lake
Check
for
my nothing.
nobody.
Like this
We
improves the scene,
poop from a
right?
butt.
Like it's improved, right? Because we don't need the fog anymore.
Ugh.
But just like it's just horrendous.
It's really bad.
It's HD.
I know it's the HD collection. Like, fuck. Anyway,
What an era we lived in.
Okay, so we're gonna play them. Rose Code Fraction is to try and find the original copies, but like, good luck, is what I'll say. Every year they get more expensive, and I don't mean by a small amount. Like, as
Yeah.
more time goes on, the more expensive they get. Like those
Download
games are
them
worth
on
hundreds
your
of dollars.
computer or your AIM
Well-
or
well,
similar
huh.
device that supports retro achievements and get achievements
But-
on them.
But what I was gonna say is, honestly, fuck Konami, pirate them. Joke. That's a joke. Pirate them for a joke. I don't give a fuck. That's a joke. If you want to support the original voice actors, you can look for their Patreon. Just don't give Konami your money if you can help it. But that's a joke.
Pirate the
it's worth a lot
games.
more.
I'm not joking. I don't give a fuck.
No, that's fine. I just don't want to get in trouble for it, Smiles. They almost fated to become overpriced from the retro market. Yeah, that's partially because they don't get a lot of printing
Mhm.
in the first place.
Yeah.
Silent
I
Hill
mean,
2 is
that's
kind of-
that's the case with like just retro games in general.
yeah,
Looks solemnly at the original quadrilogy for .hack.
exactly. But yeah. Speaking of that, if you download the game, there are amazing fan patches, and they're quite beautiful. Like, so you can see left is the original, and then the right is like the enhanced version. Like,
Ooh.
they have put like a lot of effort
yeah.
into maintaining and doing these games justice.
Kind of hard to
And I've talked.
tell small like that.
I know it's quite bad. Sorry, but you'll have to trust me on that.
Yeah, they look
There's a way
really
to zoom in
nice,
on
but you know they wouldn't support retro achievements if I did that. So
Exactly. So that's fine. And that's fine. The original games stand up great on their own. You don't have to if you don't want to. But like honestly, they're it is what it is. Oops. Sorry, some of these have broken because I changed it. Okay, what about the movies? So Silent Hill we watched in your Discord. I
yeah,
think it's
we
pretty meh.
watched the first Silent Hill movie a few weeks ago in the Discord. If you missed that,
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my opinion.
Yeah.
But it follows the first game's events for the most part. Took some questionable creative decisions, mostly from pulling from other games it shouldn't have, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good horror movie, but not an amazing Silent Hill adaptation,
Yeah.
personally. However, the next movie, Silent Hill Revelations, which is based on Silent Hill 3 and the sequel to the first movie, is fucking awful. It's awful. It
And
follows the
Pyramid
events
Head
of
is
the third
there.
game. Yep. took some kind of unforgivable creative decisions. In my opinion, it's a bad horror movie and it's a horrible Silent Hill.
I kind of fuck with the movie. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. I don't, but it's a 15 out of 100 on Metascore, which I just thought was funny. And I can't
That's
talk about
so
that
funny.
because I haven't seen it yet. So we'll talk about that, I guess, when we watch it. Lol. But yeah.
Lol.
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 All right, and then some background info, the lore more. I'm gonna try and keep this really quick. This is mostly for people who missed our first 2 series of streams. The fuck is Silent Hill? Silent Hill is the fictional town located in assumed Maine, USA. Take that with a grain of salt. It's
A
not
very
confirmed.
Large
But-
grain of salt.
It is assumed because it is heavily inspired by Stephen King, and so a lot of people have said that's likely where it is.
Hashtag my grain of salt.
It mostly stays the same between games, but changes needed, like leading to weird things like this tiny town having 3 hospitals, 2 prisons, 2 elementary schools, etc. Like it's a small town, but it has like an insane amount of things. Partially because they struggle to keep it consistent between games, but yeah, that's what happens when you like pass on a franchise between hands like that. Their main industry is tourism. The movie has it set in West Virginia, and it's also based on an IRL town of Centralia, PA, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a town that's constantly on fire underground
If
due
you
to the
don't
coal
know what
mines.
that is, it's Pennsylvania.
Yeah, which I grew up smiling.
PA stands for Pennsylvania, everybody.
Sorry, as a Pennsylvanian, we don't say Pennsylvania, we say PA. But anyway, Centralia is constantly
PA
on fire.
stands for polyamory.
Can you shut the fuck up? Sorry.
Stop interrupting, Echo. I'll shoot you.
I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can. Centralia caught on fire because of its coal mines, and now it's constantly burning down. It's one day going to collapse in itself. It hasn't happened yet. It's going to. A lot of people think that the games are based on this, but it is not. That is a movie exclusive. If anyone tells you otherwise, they are fucking wrong. And it pisses off their creators bad. Silent Hill is very cursed. Smiles.
Oh,
This originally
okay.
had a huge spoiler in it. I had to change it.
Yeah.
I had to change it, so that's why it's this.
Not
This is like one
knowingly.
of my favorite. This is one of my favorite things that I saw.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Guys,
so why is it cursed?
What happened with the caldera?
Oh, we'll get there. We'll smiles.
Beautiful.
All right, so Native Americans' legends have said that there's always been an unexplained energy to it. It pulls people towards it, and it was sacred. It was a sacred to them, and it was named the Place of Silent Spirits. So there you go, Silent Hill.
Ah.
Mhm.
An epidemic wiped a good amount of the population, leading to mass graves that were made sacred. Eventually, it was abandoned by the few survivors. So it's literally built on a Native American graveyard.
Okay.
But the Native Americans were even like, we don't want that. We're leaving.
Yeah.
This is bad. Pilgrims looking for religious freedom took to the abandoned settlement and named it Silent Hill based on the native's name. They were built over the sacred native burial grounds, obviously. And over time, it's been modernized and now a tourist trap. But so many people have been mysteriously died in horrific ways, adding to its cursed land. And there's a cult.
Ah.
So what's cursed about it?
Oh.
Silent Hill has 3 phases: normal, fog world, and the other world. Normal is just Silent Hill. It is. It's what most people see, hence why it's a popular trap. Because not everyone goes into bad spaces in Silent Hill. Like, for a lot of people, it's just normal. So, but fog is when you know when you're in the shit. It's a mix of normal Silent Hill and unreality. It allows monsters in it to try and kill anyone in the fog. It's a sign that the other world is around the corner. So basically, it's like the purgatory of between reality and unreality,
Mhm.
and it starts bleeding into each other. The other world is completely unreality. It is based on the real world, but while it's based on the real world, it's unrecognizable. Every person sent to the other world has a unique look based on their trauma. People are sent there as a trial by fire. Come to terms with your past and or your sins, or you will die. Other people can come across into the fog in other worlds, including innocent bystanders. So just because you're free of sin doesn't mean you're free of Silent Hill either. But for
Mhm.
most people, it's fine. For a lot of people who come through, it's not. So other world examples, I'm just going to keep this one brief. So James is who we played last time. James is based on disease brought in his sexual obsession with his wife doing hospitalized. So it's a lot of like mold, dampness, a lot of sexual monsters, things like that. Eddie's is frozen and cold otherworld, manifested from a lifetime being bullied and numb to his feelings. And at some point, James crosses into that. But also, there's a lot of I watched a video recently of talking about the meat also represents how he kind of feels about himself as well.
Mhm.
Like he's kind of worthless in that way. And then Angela's is hot and fiery otherworld, featuring slabs of meat, also kind of same thing, manifested from her feelings of sexual abuse. So she's living in hell, and she feels like the people in her life only see her as an object, essentially.
Mhm.
So it's pretty horrific. I had a lot of other examples, but I took them out too for spoilers. So
Mhm.
Yay! Yay!
yes.
Yay!
This also used to have a spoiler in it, but I switched it to this. But
Yeah, you do have to.
My fucking ugly lizard, bro.
Hashtag my lizard.
The monsters are mostly unique per other world. They do not change per person necessarily, but the world they're in, aka wandering bystanders, with unique exception you'll see soon, do not affect enemies, though they can kill them. Exception being, there are theories that we talked about it in Silent Hill 2. Angela's I forget his name, Bad Daddy or something.
Abstract Daddy.
Abstract,
yeah.
thank you. Might actually have been changed to James's perspective, but it's not incredibly clear on that.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Their goal is to poorly shut up! Purely torture and murder whoever has entered the fog world. Fog and Otherworld. Nurses are the most recurring monster in its variations. We'll talk about that. And does the monster look like an innuendo? It totally fucking is. Oh my god, is that a procedure funny? Yes, it is, and I hope you're ready to see a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically on Pyramid Head, Pyramid Head was supposed to be James, like a James only thing. It's supposed to represent his personal trauma, but unfortunately, Pyramid Head is awesome, and so now he's just overused like crazy.
He's kind of awesome.
He's kind of fucking
awesome.
I get it. Like he is fucking sick with it. He is kind of that fucking guy.
Yeah,
he
he
really
is
is
really
that
fucking
fucking
cool.
guy.
But like, come on.
But his meaning is lost when you drag him into other scenarios.
But, like,
so
come
that
on.
fucking sucks. So I'm gonna show you the nurses and how they can change. So this is James' nurse, and it says, "I hate visiting my stupid dying wife in the hospital. Also, I miss sex." So like, they're kind of horrific, but they're also kind of sexy. They're kind of sexy. So and then Lisa's was, "Oh sweet Jesus, I'm turning into one of these things because I was involved in the other world's past, and I'm a nurse. Help!" And specifically, I should have probably included Alessa's thing here because they're based on Alessa's trauma, and she sees them as really horrific because she saw them as a part of her own torture. So they kind of turn into these ugly, horrific, like monsters because of that. And now the cult. The cult
Not
is
the cult.
the Order, also known as the Organization or simply the Cult. Is the cult and the main antagonist of Silent Hill. They have a finger in every game, but they're mostly important to 1 and 3. When Silent Hill became a tourist location around the 1900s, the Order was formed at the same time, and they were despised by most citizens. Thus, their union was carried out in secret. With time, the cult infiltrated public institutions of the town, gradually gaining more influence and power. They pose as the Catholic Church, because of course they do, and they sell hard drugs to fund their organization. Fantasy manifested by the ancient power of Silent Hill. I think I forgot sentence here. It's no biggie. The Order is involved in esoteric cultism, black magic, dark art, arcane rituals, and blood sacrifices, among other things. Once you're in the cult, it's nearly impossible to leave alive. And their goal is they are trying to take over the town and turn the world into paradise. And then that's one of their seals, the Halo of the Sun, basically. Which we're going to be learning a lot more about that in Silent Hill 3. The cult is extremely important in Silent Hill 3, but I'm just trying to give a vague overview of stuff we learned in the first game to carry into this game.
This is all.
The drug is called
What was that, Violet?
what? I was gonna say the drug is called White Dahlia, by the way.
Oh yes, that's a good point too.
Oh, yeah.
It is called White Dahlia. Thank you for mentioning that.
This
What's up?
this sigil, the seal, we saw that in one of the prison cells in Silent Hill 2, didn't we?
That is correct. And that is from that unique ending we talked about when we
Yeah.
played that, where James tries to bring Mary back from the dead using the cult's magic. It's the only real mention of the cult
Yeah,
in 2.
I was gonna say when we were watching the endings after we finished Silent Hill 2 and they like went into the cult and like trying to resurrect Maria, I was like, wow, holy fuck.
Yeah, right?
Mary.
It's,
It's, like,
it's
kinda
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I frequently forget about that, honestly.
It's
That's
actually
been on my mind the whole time.
it's one of my favorite endings because of that reason. It's definitely not like, well, they say there's no real canonic ending to Silent Hill 2. That's a lie. It's fucking in water ending. But
Yeah.
it is very interesting to think about that James could maybe just be a member of the cult now, or maybe even being hunted by the cult for possibly stealing their secrets. So, but yeah. So, what do these freaks believe in, and what are their goals? While their religion is supposed to be considered mostly unique to the game, it's based on multiple real-life religions, Christianity, Japanese folklore, and Aztec rituals. There's also a little bit of Buddhism in there too, honestly. Just a little bit, like a little spice of it. There's debate if their god is actually the devil, because of the red themes and the cult follow satanic practices. I don't want to talk about their god too much just yet. We saw a little bit of them in the first game,
Mhm.
but the third game is gonna really touch into that. But I wanted to bring that up. The Order believes that humanity and society are corrupt, full of suffering and a lost cause, and they're aiming to, among the elite chosen people, to bring about the new world unsustained by evil. So it's basic cult shit. Like, we have the one true God, and everyone's gonna follow us or fall to, like,
Mhm.
To bad shit. Their goal is to resurrect their god, who will open the path to paradise, aka heaven, but in the process that will likely destroy the earth since the world, because it's implied to be on earth. Like, heaven isn't like a separate place. It is earth itself. They believe the resurrecting of their god can only be done through the womb, hence why so many young women died in sacrifice, which is Alessa, essentially. But she wasn't the first attempt at it. All hope seemed lost until the Gillespies. And this is this is their god, but in the failed summoning, so the good plus ending. We watched at the end of Silent Hill 1.
Right.
Which is why there's kind of some debate. I'm like, maybe God is the devil, actually. But there's more to that as well. So who are the Gillespies? And sorry, this is kind of broken again. Dahlia Gillespie is the high priestess of the order. And like Violet mentioned, the drug is called white wait, shit. What was it
Dahlia.
again? Dahlia. Yep.
Like Dahlia.
Not a coincidence, because she is the head of the order. She has the power of proficiency, witchcraft, and gyromancy.
Gyromancy.
She forced her doll into the cult and abused her. These got work after Alessa tried to exit the cult. Side Alessa was the best host for God and impregnated her through witchcraft. It's unclear if Alessa was set on fire intentionally or not, but Alessa did manage to survive. So like in the movie, like they set her on fire, but in the games, it's vague.
Mhm.
And then Dahlia continued to torture her even after her soul was split in order to fester hate and God that was still in her room. So the good half of Alessa became Cheryl. I don't want to even call her bad half, but what remained stayed as Alessa in that hospital where she was basically tortured for years and years and years. And then Alessa herself is the only child of her, father unknown. Her powers are like Dahlia has some power, but Alessa's are like the real deal, basically. She's afraid of large dog insects, despite loving butterflies and collecting them. Worms, snakes, fire, and most adults. She was bullied heavily for her religion and powers in public school. That's another difference of the movie that makes it, like, they treat the whole town like it was part of the cult, and they didn't like Alessa because she was, has her powers and stuff, but it's actually she's abused in school for even being in the religion. She was really, loyal to the cult because she believed she was going to help make a better world, but around 7, she started to change her mind. And this is where Dahlia decided to sacrifice her in retaliation. Also used her powers to make the fire worse in order to die. So there was a fire, but she escalated it essentially in hopes she wanted to die in that fire, but did not, and that failed, and she ended up splitting her soul. That half that was her better half, and I use that vaguely because Alessa really didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
She wanted that half to go and have a good life, but she was left to suffer in that. And 7 years later, Alessa's now 14, and her other half is returning to her, and her other world has completely taken over the town due to her malice and suffering caused by her mother. And Cheryl's arrival kind of has begun to trigger that too. And so, let's talk about Silent Hill 1. I'll try and keep this brief again. Meet the Masons. Harry Mason is the protagonist of Silent Hill 1. He's a writer. He is literally Stephen King, if you need to know. He was married to Jody Mason, his now late wife that died of a mysterious illness. Basically, she had rotting wife disease. 7 years ago, while on a trip, Harry and Jody found a baby on the side of the highway. When they couldn't find the parents, they decided to adopt her. And because they couldn't have their own children, and they named her Cheryl. 4 years before the events of Silent Hill 1, Jody dies, and Harry's in a very, very depressed state, and he becomes very, very attached to his daughter because of it. And Cheryl Mason is the adopted daughter of the Masons, origins quote-unquote unknown. She doesn't have a ton of character, which is fine, because all that really matters is, she is Harry's motivation, and they are very, very close. She's the one that suggested they visit Silent Hill, unaware that she's been influenced in the process of doing that. She's basically trying to cheer up her dad, not being aware that it's a trap set for her and him. And the Masons go on vacation. And on the way, they get into a car accident after Alessa astral projects onto the road. Harry wakes up in the fog world and Cheryl is gone. He begins the journey through hell in hopes of finding Cheryl so they can leave together. Also, a little note. Harry leaves notes in hopes of it'll help somebody else who might get trapped there too. It's the same function as on Hill 1. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He notes that at the start of the game, he's like, if anyone else gets stuck here, I'm going to leave a note in hopes that, my notes will help save somebody else, essentially.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
That is such a nice little layer to, an additional little layer to Harry's character that I just never realized. That's,
yeah.
Wow.
I love Harry Mason.
He's just a nice guy.
He is.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dad. He's a good person. It's so in terms of that, he is dragged into Alessa's other world. It's not his, and that's something kind of unique. We don't really see that a lot in the rest of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the other worlds are based on the protagonists that go through them, but Harry's the exception. He gets pulled into Alessa's other world. That's been taken over because of her powers, and it's based on her own phobias and suffering that she went through.
I really appreciate that. I kind of figured, again, knowing basically nothing about the series going from here, I kind of figured starting from Silent Hill to being okay, this is James's torture world. I kind of figured it was going to continue going in that direction. I do kind of hope, obviously there's a new game coming out that they're making. And I hope if the series continues and continues to do well, that they'll go back to that idea of, okay, you're just a completely uninvolved person that got tangled up in this, Yeah,
I would genuinely love to see that again too, because it really does make Harry stand out in a lot of ways. I will say when we play Shattered Memories, something similar will happen, but that is because that is a reimagining of the first game. So, you'll see what I mean. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a big fucking spoiler, but two, I want you to experience it.
Hill 4 or
4 is a little.
It is a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I know.
So I was I'm remembering 4 right now.
Yeah,
I was under the assumption, under the idea already that Shattered Memories was some sort of retelling of Silent Hill 1. Just because I've seen the characters Cheryl Mason in parentheses Shattered Memories drop in Mood about 500 times.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Man, that sucks. I hate that.
It's fine. It's okay.
I don't have context for her. I mean, she's on the fucking cover of the game.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's not a big deal if you know that. Like,
I would have looked
it
at
just
that cover and gone, "Oh, that's Cheryl Mason from Silent Hill 1."
yeah.
Mhm.
Silent Hill 1 is the only way I can really describe it. It's not like a remake, it's not like a remaster. It is a retelling of
Yeah.
Silent Hill 1. I think it's the best way to describe it. And we don't need to worry about that just now, but I'm very excited when we get there because that is one of my favorite games in the series. But anyway, back to this. So like, like I said, Harry went through her Silent Hill. It's very heavily based on medical trauma, rust, blood. The enemies are her phobias, etc. So, and then I don't even think I'm gonna go through these people very much, but the major characters were Sybil, Michael, and Lisa. Cop, doctor, nurse,
I miss you,
all had a
Sybil.
part. I miss you, Sybil, right?
I miss you,
Um,
Sybil.
ACAB,
will
PQ,
say-
ACAB.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go super into them, but they were major characters. I'm gonna kind of skip this slide, honestly. But then Dahlia, of course, is important. We've already talked about her, but she tricks Harry along the way in order to help, like, reunite Cheryl and Alyssa. She kind of uses him in order to do that. And by the end, they do reunite, and that is going to summon God now that they are a part of each other again. And Harry goes through a place called Nowhere that is created by the Weekend Alyssa. Shows him like everything that she went through, and like what Dahlia has done to her and a lot of other people. So,
I'm sorry.
and then at the
Can you go back to the previous slide?
yeah, absolutely.
It looks like it looks like that bottom middle one, it looks like she's holding a little weed pipe.
I will have the dank. It's just shoving the white Dahlia.
Ah.
You're smoking that good shit.
All right, so the boss time. This is the ending, essentially. Jelly finished the ceremony, and God is born. It is either the incubus or the incubator. So when we played the game, we got the incubator, which is like the bad plus ending. The incubus is the good plus ending. So the incubator is essentially like God and Alyssa have fused together, and now she is that embodiment. The incubus is the failed ritual, so God emerges half-formed, essentially. And then incubus kills Dahlia no matter what. Harry kills God no matter what form.
Lost.
Yeah.
True.
And then the ending depends on the player's choices. In our playthrough, we got the bad ending, which is just going to happen on your first playthrough unless you are paying like seriously 100% close attention to everything that's happening in that fucking game.
True.
Yeah. So what I want to say is, I know there was like we missed the whole thing with saving Sybil and finding Kaufman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was because I told you guys not to tell me anything. I wanted to do it all on my own. I will say for this game, if I still want to like figure stuff out on my own, but if there's anything like missable like that you know that I've reached a point of no return and there's something that I'm gonna miss, don't like tell me what to do, but just like let me know like, hey, that there's something that you're gonna miss if you go on like this.
I have
I think
excellent
that-
news for you, Piku. There is one ending to this game that you could only get on your first playthrough. After that, you have to replay the game and do something very intentionally.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're like good. I'll try to be sure
Yeah.
you don't miss any optional things. But the good news is like one ending for this game, one optional like there's a UFO ending, obviously, because like there's one in every game. And then there's something you have to replay. You have to play the game once, replay it, and do something very intentional, which we will talk about
I see.
at the end of that game. Yep. So we're gonna focus on good plus because that is the canonic ending. So Alyssa dies, but thankfully, Alyssa's very grateful to Harry. Kind of understands like how well she treated Cheryl, like how well he treated Cheryl, rather, excuse me. And trusts herself to him again, essentially. And, so gives him a baby and implying that she's going to reincarnate again, fully this time, and hopes for a better life. So there will be no two halves of Alyssa. There's just going to be one, and hopes Harry will raise her again. And Harry
I
does
just
take the
wanna,
baby.
I just really want to point out the painting. It's fucking
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like
Beautiful.
I am staring.
I know. I love it.
Is that official
Um,
art?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow.
I'm not. I think it's from a novelization version of it, if I remember correctly. It's from a novel version of Silent Hill 1. I can look into it later if you want. Like I said, I made this PowerPoint forever ago, so it's hard to remember every little thing.
Mhm.
But so in the Good Plus ending, Sybil is saved and they leave together. Coffin is killed by Lisa, and implying that they're both in the other world now, not necessarily dead, possibly, but they just might be there. And at the end, Harry and Jody, the scene of Harry and Jody is created by Harry and Sybil now, implying a happy ending. Though I will just say we never see Sybil again. So, and Harry's status is rejected. So that's all I'll say about that.
Under witness
The end.
protection, I got it.
What?
But he's under witness protection, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Got
get
it.
there.
You figured it out.
The end? No. What's gonna happen in Silent Hill 3?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Exactly. Let's meet Heather. Just really quick. All I'm gonna say is this is the protagonist of Silent Hill 3. AKA, she's that girl from the DDR game you probably didn't realize was from Silent Hill 3. And you're gonna find out today that she is in fact from Silent Hill 3. If you're blind to the series. Because I tell you what,
I didn't know she was in TDR.
yeah, she is.
I need to actually look that up. I haven't even seen that.
I haven't either.
I kind of want to watch it later.
Oh,
It's a
God.
mostly unique video for Dance Dance Revolution. It's crazy.
Mm.
When I booted this up for my friends for the first time, literally the opening movie started playing, and they went, "Holy shit! It's the girl from Dance Dance Revolution!" What?
Oh, I did karaoke to this video.
Yup, exactly. So yeah, I originally had a lot more information about her. I just took it out and put a bunch of cute pictures in. So yeah.
Put Heather in
Let's
Marvel
play-
vs. Capcom? This is a Konami series.
Let's play the game.
Let's
It's
play the
time to play
game.
the
That took a lot
game.
longer than 30 minutes. I apologize.
That's
But that's my
okay.
PowerPoint presentation.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
I hope it helped refresh some things and you learned some stuff and
The
Yeah.
train's here.
the train
and
is
the train's here.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Echo.
My pleasure.
Oh,
Thank you
fuck.
for letting me do it. What's up?
No, don't worry. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I forgot to stop the recording between Tomodachi Life and this, so I'm gonna stop the recording now.